Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Learn Quran with Inam, and this is your teacher Muhammad Inam. Today we are going to learn second part of lesson number 16 of Madani qaida in English inshallah. And if you didn't learn first part of this lesson, then I would like to suggest you first of all learn first part, because I taught all rules of lesson number 16 in first part. And if you understand the rules, if you learn the rules, then you can learn and read this lesson easily. Now let's start this lesson, and first of all we will apply the rule. There is lam of Allah and there is there before this lam, and we will read with thin voice. Mim is mushaddad, so read with gunna. Revise after me. Qaf pesh ko, lam zer lil, kulil, lam khada zabar la, kulillah, ha mim pesh hum, kulillahum, mim zabar ma, kulillahumma. There is lam, but this lam is simple lam, okay, not lam of Allah. So there is zabar, so doesn't matter if there is zabar before this lam or if there is not zabar before this lam. Doesn't matter, because this lam is not lam of Allah, so rule can't be applied. Revise after me. Mim alif zabar ma, वाव लैम जबर वल, मा वल, लाम खड़ा जबर ला, मा वल्ला, हा मीम पेश हुम, मा वल्लाहुम. Next lam. This is simple lam, so that's why we will read with thin voice. Hamzah lam zer il, lam zabar lal, illal, lam zabar la, illalla, dhal ya zer di, illalladhi, noon zabar na, illalladhina. There is noon mushaddad and we have to read with gunna. So there is ya madda, because there is there before this ya sakina, so we have to stretch equal to one alif. Hamzah noon zer in, noon lam zabar nal, innal, lam zabar la, innalla, dhal ya zer di, innalladhi, noon zabar na, innalladhina. This lam has vertical zabar on it, and this lam is simple lam, so we will stretch equal to one alif and it will be read with thin voice. Revise after me. Ain zabar a, lam khada zabar la, ala. Saw this thicker mustali letters, so read with thicker voice, and stretch this lam equal to one alif, because it has a vertical zabar on it, and this lam is simple lam, that's why we will read with thin voice. Saw the zabar saw, lam khada zabar la, sola, ta two zabar tan, solatan. Next line we will read with this line without spell. Ra has zabar on it, so we will read with thicker voice. Rajulun. There is meme sakin, okay, and after that next letter is ta, and ta is other than ba and meme, and it has come after meme sakina, that's why there is harish without gunna, and ra will be read with thicker voice because it has zabar on it. Alam tara. Ra has pesh on it, so read with thicker voice, and waw is madda, so stretch equal to one alif. Roziqu. Next word, ra has pesh on it, so read with thicker voice. Aktharu. Jim is kalkala letters, so read with kalkala, and there is alif after double zabar, So don't read during spelling. And Ra has double zabar on it, so read with thicker voice. Ajron. Next word, Jim is kalkala, so read with echo. And Ra has double pesh on it, so read with thicker voice. Ajron. Next line will be read with spelling, inshallah. Revise after me. Ba is kalkala letter, so with echo sound. Ra has vertical zabar, so stretch equal to 1 alif. Ya is madda, so it will be stretch equal to 1 alif. Revise after me. Hamzah ba zir ib. Ra khada zabar ra. Iba ra. Ha ya zir hi. Ibrahi. Mim zabar ma. Ibrahima. There is zabar before the raw sakina. That's why this raw will be read with thicker voice. Ain, raw, zabar ar. Sheen, two pesh, shun. Ar, shun. So this is harishavi for mim sakina. So without gunna. And Saad will be read with thicker voice. And there is zabar before this alif, before this raw sakina. So read with thicker voice. And there is thin letter before the alif. This alif will be read with thin voice. But we have to stretch equal to one alif because this alif is madda. Revise after me. Hamzah mim zabar am. Sad zabar sa. Am sa. Ba ra zabar bar. Am sabar. Noon alif zabar na. Am sabarna. So there is page before the raw sakinas, read with thicker voice, and there is vaw madda, and we have to stretch equal to one alif. Revise, we read without spell. Turji'una. This raw will be read with thicker voice because there is page before it, and vaw is madda, so stretch equal to one alif. Yurzaquna. Now this word, this word number is 1, this one is 2, 3 and 4. These are four words. Remember one thing, this alif has temporary zero. Okay, this alif has temporary zero and temporary zero. So you have to read with thicker voice. Okay, there is zero before the raw sakina, there is temporary zero before the raw sakina in these words, so you have to read these words with thicker voice. So revise after me. Hamza ra zir ir. Jim ain zir jir. Irjir. Next word. Hamza ra zir ir. Jim zir ji. Irji. Ain waw peshu. Irji'u. Next word. Hamza ra zir ir. Jim zir ji. Irji. Ain ya zir'i. Irji'i. Next word. Hamza ra zir ir. Kaf zabar ka. Irka. Ain waw peshu. Irka'u. Next word. So Rabbi is first word, and after alif there is second word. Okay, so these are two words. Rabbi is first word, after that second word. So there is there before the raw sakina in the previous word, not in the same word. That's why raw will be read with thicker voice. So there is there before the raw sakina in the previous word, in the first word. That's why you have to read this raw with thicker voice. And there is rule of is harishavi for mim sakina, so read without gunna. And alif is madda and stretch equal to one alif, and read with thin voice because there is thin letter before the alif. Revise after me. Ra ba zabar rabb. Ba ra zir bir. Rabbir. Ha mim zabar ham. Rabbirham, ha pesh hu, Rabbirhamhu, mim alif zabar ma, Rabbirhamhuma. Next word, there is air before the raw second in the first word, in the previous word. So raw will be read with thicker voice and vow is madda, so stretch equal to one alif. Revise after me. Ra, ba, zabar rob, ba, ro, zir, bir, rabbir, jim, zir, ji, rabbirji, ain, waw, peshru, rabbirji'u, nun, zirni, rabbirji'uni. There is there before the raw second in the previous word, so read with thicker voice, and by kalkala letter read with echo sound. Hamzah zir e, noon ra zir near, inir, ta ba zabat tab, inir tab, ta mim peshtum, inir tabtum. There is there before the raw second in the previous word, so read with thicker voice, and there is alif madda, as well as alif will be read with thin voice because there is thin letter before the alif, and y is madda, so stretch equal to one alif. Revise after me without spell. Amir tabu. Now, one thing I would like to tell you, there is there before this raw sakina in the same word, so we should read with thin voice, but we will not read with thin voice this raw in this word. Why? Because cough is musta'ali letter and cough has come after raw sakina in the same word. Now we will use this rule, and raw will be read with thicker voice. Okay, so you have to skip first rule, so you can't read with thin voice. If mustali letter comes after raw sakina in the same word, then raw will be read with thicker voice. Doesn't matter if there is zair, original zair before the raw sakina. So revise after me. Kaf, lam, pesh kul, lam, pesh lu, kullu, fa, ra, zair fir, qaf, tu, zair qin, firqin, kullu firqin. Next word, mustali letter has come after raw sakina, so raw will be read with thicker voice. Okay, firqatin. Mustali letter has come after raw sakina, so we will read with thicker voice, and alif will be read with thicker voice, and because there is mustali thick letter before the alif, and you have to stretch equal to one alif because this alif is mudda. Mirsodin. Next there is Yamada, stretch equal to one alif, or there is Z before the raw sakina. We can't read with thin voice because mustali letter has come after raw sakina in the same word, so you have to read with thicker voice, and alif has come after mustali letters, so alif will be read with thicker voice, and you have to stretch equal to one alif, and revise after me without spell. Fi qirtasin. Noon is mushaddad with gunna, and there is alif madda with thick, stretch equal to one alif, and there is zair before the raw has zair below it, so read with thin voice. One nahari. There is zair, raw has zair below it, so read with thin voice, and alif is madda, stretch equal to one alif. Rijalun. Next word, this is harishavi for this mim sakina without gunna, and raw has double zair below it, so read with thin voice. Amrin. Sod is thicker musali letters, so read with thicker voice, and there is zair before the raw sakina, so that's why read with thin voice. Faust bir. Next why there is harisha before this mim sakina, so read without gunna, and there is ikhfa because ikhfa letter has come after nun sakina, so do gunna. There is zair before this raw sakina, so read with thin voice. Qum fa'anzir. And now I'm going to tell you, we will read these two words with waqf and without waqf. Okay, so revise after me. Kho ya zabar khoy, ro two pesh run, khoyrun. Now we are going to read in waqf. Revise after me. Khoyr. Now you will ask me, why did we stretch and why we didn't read double page on raw in waqf. I would like to tell you, if you see zabar z pesh double pesh khada zer ulta pesh on the last letter of the word, and if you are going to read it waqf, then change into temporary jazm. Okay, so that's why we remove double page and we put temporary there on this raw sakina. Okay, and you can see there is ya sakina before this raw sakina, so that's why we will read with thin voice like khair. And why are we stretching? Because there is mad lean aris, and I will teach you in lesson number 17 how many types of mud, and what's the definition of the muds, and how to use, how to make. I will tell you properly in the next lesson. Okay, so there is mud lean aris, as well as last letter has double page. That's why we changed into temporary jazm for doing work. So same condition is there for this word nadhirun. We will read it nadhirun. Okay, we will read nadhirun. After that we will say in waqf, then we will change nadhir. Okay, why did we read raw within voice? Because there is ya sakina before this raw sakina. And why did we remove double page in waqf? Because double page is changed into temporary jazm when doing work. Okay, these are answers of these questions. And there is mad aris, and don't get confused about mad. I will teach you properly, completely. I will tell you inshallah in detail all rules of all maths. Inshallah, don't get confused. Inshallah, I will teach you in next lesson. So we have learned second part of lesson 16 in this lesson, alhamdulillah. Tomorrow we will start lesson number 17, and we will learn about mud, how many types of mud, how many reasons of mud, how to make mud, how to stretch mud, how to use mud, how to put mud on the letter. We will learn all these things inshallah in the next lesson. If you like this video, then share with your family, friends and relatives. And if you want to ask any question, you can send a message to me by using my WhatsApp number, and inshallah I will give you all answers of your questions inshallah. And we will come again in your tomorrow class. Remember me in your prayers. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.